welcome to my channel Pep Talk on Raman episode 2.
Hi everyone, my name is María Elena and welcome to Pep Talk with Raman, con Raman. I am a Kandyan dancer. I live in Chile. I have been dancing passionately this art form for about 12 years now, and currently I have a school that is called Nartanalaya in Santiago, in which I teach dance and music of Sri Lanka. I hope you enjoy the show.
Can you tell us more about the Kandyan dance? What kind of the dance is and how popular is in Sri Lanka? Or tell us more about Kandyan dance.
Perfect. Well, Kandyan dance is one of the 3 traditional dances of Sri Lanka, and it's very important. It is actually in the money, in the currency. You can see like backwards. You can see that it's like in the cheapest note of the currency of the rupees, and it's very, very popular. And they teach it in schools actually, mainly in all the country. But depending on which region of Sri Lanka you live in, which dance form you will get, if it's Kandyan dance or another one.
Okay, so in this that you told us in the currency of Sri Lanka, they have a picture of this dance form for the dancers.
Yes, I can show you.
Yeah, that's good. And how you start your journey from all the way in Chile to Sri Lanka, and especially this dance, what attracts you more?
Okay. Well, this is a very interesting story because Kandyan dance is not the first dance form that I learned.
Okay.
Before I learned belly dance and flamenco. So I was already very interested and into like foreigners and foreign dance forms, I think. So when I got to Kandyan dance, it just clicked. I really liked it, the movements, even the makeup, everything, the costumes. And in the end, what attracts me the most, even nowadays, it's that this dance form comes from a ritual, a healing ritual. So at the time when I got the chance to practice for the first time, I was like in a very difficult time of my life. I was finishing university, and I was struggling with some health issues myself. So it was very powerful. I started doing the movements and something changed within me. I got like, it was like an impulse for me to start changing a lot of things of my life. So I think it was really something very deep. Yeah.
Yeah, so how can like Chilean girl travel all way to Sri Lanka, not even like India, not even another country, Asian countries.
Yeah.
If I talk about if anyone is like a Latino interested in dance, they have to go to Colombia, they have to go to another Brazil, they have a good dance too. So why you choose not in India, not in other countries, especially in Sri Lanka?
Okay.
If it is a Kannada dance, it's good to say it is a same dance as like classic.
I think it is. I mean, of course, I'm not an expert in these matters. I think the word that they use in Sri Lanka is traditional. Classical dances, I think it's more an Indian but I'm not quite sure.
Okay. Let's come to points then. Why Sri Lanka? Why this dance?
Why Sri Lanka? Well, I started practicing really here in Chile because I studied with a Chilean teacher first. There are more teachers from whom I learned from. And at a certain point, I really wanted to see where all this came from. So
That's the Chilean teacher.
Yeah.
He's a professor of this dance form.
Yes. Well, this is very interesting, Raman, because there is usually there are many expats of Sri Lankans living abroad because, the civil war, they had a lot of people migrated.
Yep.
But the story of Chile is super rare. The person that brought the dance, it's not an expat that wanted to keep in touch with the community as it usually happens. But the thing here was that there was a Dutch woman from the Netherlands that in the 80s lived in Sri Lanka and fell in love with Kandyan dance. And then she came to live to Chile and started her school here. So that's how it's a different, super interesting and rare story, really, I would say, for Kandyan dance as an art in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have some most memorable performance in your dance form. You have some stories.
I have many stories. I think the most important thing for me definitely was dancing in Sri Lanka. That is something that it was totally different. My body felt different. I got to know people from there, asking their questions and trying to connect more with the roots. I mean, like the actual movements, because the bodies move so different. So I would say that very well. Of course, this year I went to Sri Lanka for the third time, and it was my birthday, so it was very memorable for me. But the first time I went to Sri Lanka was also very memorable because it was the first time, and I got the chance to dance also in a temple, and I was very nervous, but also very excited because I wanted to be very respectful.
I can imagine when you dance in front of the people, the native people who are a master, who born this dance. It's so hard to give that performance. So, do you have something like some moment, some story about this, the people who come to you and talk about anything about yourself, about your life?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I learned it's a village. It's not like the city. It's
a village.
I mean, it's like a town.
So how can you communicate?
In English.
In English. Okay. In Sri Lanka, they speak in English too, in village.
Yes. And also the people were super nice, and also it's like all the preparing a performance is super different in Sri Lanka. So that's also very memorable. Here we are more like practice a long time. We're seeking for like perfection, and there you just have to go with the flow. And plus, and the drums are also very powerful. We have professional drummers there, so it's like you just have to, yeah. And well, of course, and my teacher, it's very inspiring. My guru Mahesh Gilead, he's like doing everything, creating the music, the costumes, the scenery, preparing like everything. So that's also very inspiring because here we don't have that. But I do that. Not that long.
So how do you maintain your practice, your constant improvement in your dance, but mentally and physically, how can you maintain these things?
Okay, this is a very good question because studying in Sri Lanka and studying here is totally different. First of all, we have the 4 seasons here. We have the food is different. The religion, the culture is totally different.
Exactly.
So first of all, I because I am a teacher, I think that helps me to be devoted to the dance.
Exactly.
And to always talk about the roots and the sense of what we're doing, and a little bit about Buddhism. I'm not a Buddhist. I mean, of course, in a sense, I am because of like the philosophy behind that I share lots of things. But for example, I try to take care of my health and eat better, take care of my body. I think it's a very important thing in dance, and especially in these kinds of dance. I am not a vegetarian though, but I try not to eat as much meat. Also, I keep in touch with the roots a lot. I am constantly taking online classes with my teachers, with my gurus. So I keep in
all the way for Sri Lanka.
Yes, online classes, and we have become good friends also with time. And also discovering this and trying to figure out what devotion to dance means. And of course, here I cannot dance every day sometimes, but I have every Friday 1 hour of practice in which I try to connect and feel like, okay, how did I feel in Sri Lanka? how was the weather, what inspired me, and I tried and practice. Of course, in my house, but I have more limited space. I go to a dance studio, and I try to practice and always improving myself. I think that's how I try to grow. And as we were talking about, like outside of camera, like it's also important to work like your humbleness and your dedication, like to honor everything you have received and giving it back.
Exactly. Yeah, that's good. How do you incorporate the element in your dance performance?
Okay, like the cultural,
Spiritual
background.
background.
Okay. So that's very challenging. And I think that's something that we work, at least me, because it's me as a performer and me as a teacher. When I'm being a teacher, every class I give some cultural background.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's important.
Even we do a namaskari, like a salutation, like at the beginning and at the end. And I always try to give some background. Even the lyrics, I don't speak Sinhala, which is the language in which the songs are sang in, but I know the translation, so I try to give them a little bit of things. But also when I perform, I actually talked this with an Indian woman. She works here in Chile and in Ayurveda medicine. And I think it's like, because in India, you tell stories in classical dance and you become, for example, the god, or you're telling something. In Sri Lankan dance, we don't have that. But we, because of the healing background, what I try to connect with is with the balance feeling, to feel healthy and to feel that I'm being healthy and balanced, to give that feeling to the audience. So I try to become that character somehow.
What advice you give to the aspiring the Kandyan dance who are just starting their own journey? So what advice you want to give them?
Okay. Well, I can only speak, I think, for on behalf of foreigners dancing Kandyan dance. And in that sense, first of all, if they live in Chile or in a country that is non-English speaker, I would highly recommend them to learn English.
Learn English.
Because English is, fortunately, they speak the language. A lot of people in Sri Lanka speak English. And that will help you to connect in a very deep and try to ask very deep questions and like
exactly
good relationships. And also always remember that this is you have to respect the culture behind the dance form. Always try to keep in touch with the culture, even though you don't know yet someone from Sri Lanka. Please try to get in touch with the culture, learn some more of the background, because this is a dance form danced in temples, which is very rare for us here in Latin America to understand. But it has in some places like a very sacred feeling, like a sacred background. It's a ritual, so you have to respect that. And of course, that shouldn't limit you. You can also explore and go beyond your personal practice and everything. But always remember that this is something that you have to be respectful with. That's what I would say. And keep it up.
That's important. Yeah,
and keep it up. Keep practicing.
How they know about you, like how they connect you, because you're the one who you know about the Sri Lankan dance. So, for example, I am a Chilean, I don't know anything. So how may I could come to you and tell what dance? So how the people reach you?
Oh, that's a very good question, because it's very difficult sometimes. But I usually promote my classes and my work online. I have a website. It's called Nartanalaya, the name of my school.
Okay.
www.nartanalaya.cl. Also, my Instagram is called Nartanalaya, at Nartanalaya. And well, moments like this, you know, like whenever I can talk about the dance, show the dance, I'm very happy and willing to do so because I feel a kind of an ambassador of Kandyan dance and Sri Lanka, you know, like
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I do
That's
that.
true. That's why we are here now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you have any special story about your students? They will ask you some questions that hit you.
I mean, my students inspire me because they are so passionate about the dance and making so many questions, and they want to know more. And I see how they improve also because they are so dedicated. The movements are so different that when they achieve and understand like some things about the hand and the body movements, it's very special. And they want to know more. I think that my students and students here in Chile that are interested in Sri Lankan or Indian dance forms are people that are looking for a deep spiritual connection, really looking to heal and to go beyond. Because I think here in Chile, a lot of people are not very religious, or they were raised as Catholics or Christians and now not so much. But still the spirituality, like connecting with nature or with their inner selves, and that's very important. And that I think it inspires them and me and makes us grow as a group.
But you do that, you are on.
Thank you, Raman, for inviting me. I had such a wonderful time. You're such a great host. And I hope you all enjoy this interview. And if I said something that it's not very accurate, I'm sorry. But as I said, I love to learn, so I will keep on learning. Thank you.
So guys, on this video, we talk about the Kannada dance, and my friend, she shared her life experience with us, how she fly to Sri Lanka and learn the dance there, and she came back here now in 12 years. She is a professor. She have their own school. She has a student. They spread their own culture, the Sri Lankan culture, that in the form of dance.
But you do that, you are on.
This video is about to show you guys the Sri Lankan dance, the Sri Lanka culture in Chile, and with same respect, spiritual culture, and they respect their roots too. So that's the motive of this video, to show you guys about the Kannada dance in Chile. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys like this video, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel, Pep Talk on Raman. Thanks a lot.